Okay everyone, so this is a tutorial video of how to reinstall the system software, the operating system, onto a hard drive for a PS3. This is a PS3 Slim, but also work on the Fat or the Super Slim model, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyway, this is also a direct continuation to the last video I made where we reformatted this hard drive in here with Linux. So yeah, this doesn't have anything readily available to it right now. So anyway, first let me show you the problem. So let's just say that you either just reformat a hard drive with Linux like we did on the other video, or any other operating system, or let's say you just bought a brand new SSD like this one, and you're just popping in your PS3 for the first time. You're like, all right, ready to have a great time here. So let me just show you what will happen. So yeah, so you turn on the PS3 and then you'll be greeted to this this menu here, or this message, whatever. So anyway, I've got a PS3 controller connected with USB, and then as you can see here, it's going to say the system cannot be restarted. Well, first, okay, so the system software cannot run correctly. Press the PS button to try to restart the system. That's not going to work. You can try it if you want. You can try a bunch of stuff if you want, but anyway, I've been at this for a few days and I finally figured out how to fix it. But anyway, basically the OS is not saved on this hard drive, and so it just wants us to save it onto a USB stick, and then it will reinstall itself. So yeah, anyway, so what we're going to do now is this. I guess we can actually leave it running, but I'll show you, because as you can see, if you just push this button, you can push it all day. It's not going to turn off, so you actually have to hold it for 20 seconds, and then the PS3 will shut off. Although technically you probably could just leave it on, because yeah, you don't really need to shut it off to plug in a USB stick. But I'll just show you how to do this anyway. Alright, so now the PS3 is off. Okay. And then I'll just turn off this TV for now. Alright, so now we're going to go over to our hard drive. I actually still have it taken apart from the from the last video I did. But yeah, I'm going to get this into a working state, and then I'm going to show you how to get that system software running on the PS3. Yeah, in fact, just to be quick, I'm actually not even going to put in the hard drive. Yeah, I'm just gonna boot directly off of this off this USB Linux stick that I have that I used in the other video. Again, you don't have to do this on Linux. It'll work probably on any operating system, but yeah, I'm just lazy and I want to put in my actual hard drive right now, so I'm just gonna boot off this USB stick. So yeah, just plug that in there. And then I'm going to pause the video while I get to while it loads, basically. Now we have Linux running here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take an extra USB stick here, jump drive, plug it in. This is a 32 gigabyte one, but I think really any size will probably work. I guess if you want to be safe, the smaller the better, but you're going to need at least like 210 megabytes, I guess, because the update's like 206 megabytes. But anyway, yeah, you can see it's here. There's nothing on it. So this part's important. So what you're going to do, and this, you can do this on Windows and Mac as well. I just have Linux because Linux is awesome. So you're going to want to go into your disks app, or however you format stuff on your operating system. But anyway, then you're going to want to, now this is important, you make sure that you choose your actual drive. Like, for example, don't choose your hard drive and reformat your hard drive and try to save the PS3 stuff on it. You're going to lose all your data. Like, for example, this is the jump drive I'm running off of to run Linux, because I don't have a hard drive in this computer right now. And so yeah, I don't want to reformat this one. This is the blank one though. So I'm just going to click on these gears right here. And then we're going to go to Format Partition. And then, okay, now this part's super important as well. you have to choose this FAT32. On Linux it just says FAT. I think on Mac it also just says FAT, at least when you're formatting. But yeah, just do FAT32. And then you can choose to erase it if you want to, but I would say just don't do it because it's not necessary. It's just going to take longer. So yeah, this will just tell it to basically forget about the data that's on the disk, or on the jump drive. We'll just click on next. Yeah, make sure that you're doing your right device again, because this will delete everything. Yeah, it's saying that I can't because I already opened it. Okay. Yeah, so you can see that was super fast. It's already done. So yeah, so you can see here it's FAT32, so that's good. And then also it has to be MBR, or master boot record. So yeah, make sure that that is like that as well. This is a really old, it's a very old format, but it's one that Microsoft made in the 80s, I think. But that's just this is the only format the PS3 understands. So yeah, very important. Anyway, so I'm just going to close this for a second. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Firefox to actually download the system software. So just go up to your search bar and let's see, just type in PS3 system software. See it right here. Okay, and then I'm using DuckDuckGo because I don't like Google that much. And DuckDuckGo is pretty awesome, but yeah, it probably will be the first result here after if there's like an ad. But yeah, you just want to go to this PlayStation.com where it says PS3 system software. So yeah, anyway, okay, now this part, again, I have spent days trying to figure this out. So let me tell you how to not mess this up. First off, Sony says you need at least a minimum of 200 megabytes. That is a lie because the update is actually like 206 megabytes. So just have a decently sized jump drive. And then this first link that shows up is the link you want to do. But it's kind of deceiving because when you go down here to the instructions for updating using a computer, where it tells you how to like name the files and everything, which we're going to go over later, there's also a download now link here for the update file. This link right here downloads a corrupted update file, and it took me a really, really long time to figure that out. So let me just tell you right now, don't do this. Sony is obviously not focused on the PS3, and so their links are broken here. But this first one does work, so yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to click on this download, and then we're going to save the file as, give it some time to, anyway, so we're just going to save, I'm just going to pause the video while it's downloading, that's what I'm trying to say. Actually, I guess while it's downloading, let's just go into we'll get the system, or the files set up correctly. Okay, so you want to open up your jump drive here, and then we're going to right click, do create folder. Again, you can do this on Mac or Windows as well. It's a pretty similar process. Now this part is super important. You want to make a folder in the root directory of your jump drive, just when you first open it up, and it has to be called PS3, all caps. Everything has to be all caps, just like that. Okay, and then we'll go in here, right click again, create folder, and then update. Okay, again, all caps, has to be spelled exactly right. Okay, and then go in there, and this is where we're going to save our file once it finishes downloading. Looks like it's just about there. I'm just going to pause the video while it finishes up. Okay, so it's finished downloading. So let's open this up. Okay, so here you can see the file, and then you can see down here it says that it's 196.6. So yeah, you can see there. So that's kind of deceiving because it's actually MIB. That's not megabytes. It's like, I can't remember what it stands for, but anyway, it's not megabytes. It's a different kind of. anyway, it's something else, but you can see here as far as bytes go, so it's 206.1. In fact, let me just show you on the desktop, it's easier. But anyway, it's 206 megabytes. I'll show you on here because it actually says megabytes because I copied it to the desktop. So yeah, you can see here. So 206.1 megabytes. So yeah, Sony's website says you need a minimum of 200, but that's not true. You need bigger, more than 200. Anyway, so let's go. Okay, so here we have our thing that we just barely downloaded. Oh, and actually, let me show you this real quick. So yes, again, anyway. Okay, so this is the one. So this is the one that's on the corrupt link. It's only 205 megabytes, 205.8, whereas the one that's on the upper link, the one that's at the top of the page, is 206.1. So yeah, this one is missing data, and it's corrupt, and you will waste days of your life if you try to follow those instructions down there. So yeah, just take my advice and just don't do that. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to copy this. We're going to go to our jump drive here, go into our update folder that we set up, and then we're going to paste it. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video while it's copying. Okay, all done copying, so now we're just going to want to eject it. Whoever you eject stuff on your operating system. On Linux, you just, well, at least on this distribution of Linux, this is XS. Linux Mint XFCE, I think is what it is. But anyway, yeah, just go in there, and yeah, so now we should be good. So now we're going to take this out of here. We're going to walk over to the PS3. Okay. So yeah, so remember, so this is the one that has the right update date on it. I'm actually going to show you, I've actually prepared, this is one that I've put the corrupted update on. I'm just going to show you what happens if you try to use the link that's at the bottom there. I guess maybe just to kind of scare you away from it. So first we're going to turn on the Mitsubishi CRT. And then, yeah, you can plug this really into either one of the USB ports. I'm just going to do this one because that's what I usually do. And also the trick that you have to do to get this to work. There we go. Okay. It's just kind of easier because, well, anyway, you'll see. Okay, so first off, yeah. Oh, let's see. How do I want to do this? Okay, so first off, let me show you what happens if you. So you've downloaded the data on here, right? The update data, and then yeah, you think that the PS3 would be able to read it, and I'll show you what's going to happen here. Okay, so this is normal. Okay, because there's no operating system on the hard drive as we saw before. So yeah, so we're going to click on this. There we go. Okay, so now this is, okay, so this is the, okay. Well, anyway, okay, let me show you first. So when you just click on start and select to have it search for the update data, I'll show you what happens without doing the trick that I found. Okay, give it a second here. Yeah, so you can see it's reading the USB stick up there. But then it just says no applicable update data was found. This error screen has seriously been the bane of my existence for the past few days. Well, realistically, it's been weeks I've been trying to figure this out, but I don't spend every single day doing this, but I've spent so many hours trying to figure this out. And I always just came back to this, no applicable update data was found. So, and it's not just because this is the corrupt. In fact, I'll show you. Take this out. There we go. And then we'll put the, well, I'll just keep with the corrupt one now just to show you the error message, and then we'll go to the good one. Okay, so anyway. So now what you have to do to actually get it to finish reading the data and find it, because since it says it's not found there, is, okay, so here's the trick. So I'll explain it first because you kind of have to do everything kind of quickly. Seriously, this is such a, the PS3 is an awesome system, especially like because it's the best, in my opinion, it's the best way to watch Blu-ray movies on a CRT because you can do like S-video out of it. But yeah, it's so finicky sometimes. So anyway, so I'm going to push start and select here, and then right after you do that, you have to pull out the cable, because it's like the PS3 for some reason is trying to read the update off of the controller, I guess, or I don't know. But anyway, you just have to disconnect the controller. It's really weird. So anyway, I'm going to push start and select here, and again, this has to be really quick. So start and select, and then you have to pull out this controller. Okay, now it's going to, so see, now it's reading the disk or the jump drive again, and I'm just going to pause it while it's checking. Okay, so it's done checking. As you can see, it says the data is corrupted. So yeah, that's that bottom link on the Sony website where the file was like 205 megabytes instead of 206. So at this point, the only thing to do is just to turn off the PS3. You can just push it once like that. Okay, and now we're going to take out the stick with the corrupted data on it. And then here's our good stick. So I'm going to put that in there. And then just to, I'll use the other USB port just to, yeah, just to show you can do either one. I'm pretty sure either one should work. To tell you the truth, when I updated before, I did it on this USB port, so this is actually a good test, but I'm pretty sure they're both. Okay, I accidentally turned off the video while I was putting this in. Okay, so anyway, so now we got plugged into that USB port. We got the good update data here, so now I'm going to turn on the PS3. Okay, and then it should show that screen again. So again, it's searching the hard drive for the operating system. Of course, it's not going to find it. Okay, so now we got this again. Okay, so now I'm going to click on start and select, and I'll just show you. I'm not going to unplug the controller again, just to show you that it's still not going to be able to find the system software, even with the non-corrupt data. Yeah, so as you can see, no applicable update was found. So now what we're going to do is, and in fact, I'll just to have a, well, I can do it from here. Well, I'll just do a fresh start just in case, because you don't have to do it that way. So I'm going to turn off the PS3 and then turn it back on. Because I mean, technically, you could just push start and select there and then unplug the controller and it will work. But yeah, I'll just turn the PS3 off and turn it back on. Yeah, so really could have skipped to this part of the video if you already knew how to do everything else. So yeah, I'm going to push the PS button. Okay, so now we're on this screen. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to push start and select, and then I'm going to pull this cable out really quickly right after that. So start and select to start searching, and then pull out the cable so the PS3 doesn't freak out and start reading the controller. Okay, and now I'll just pause the video while it's checking. Oh yeah, by the way, a good sign is that if it takes a long time to check, that means that something's going right, because it's not just trying to read the controller. So anyway, pause the video. Okay, so here we go. So now we've got, all right, here we go. Okay, so now it says the system partition of the system storage will be formatted, and then to format, press and hold the start and select buttons at the same time for 5 seconds. So actually, to tell you the truth, when I did it in the other slot, it actually didn't come to this screen. It just started formatting the hard drive. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll push start and select for 5 seconds to start holding, or to start formatting the hard drive. So I'm going to plug this back in, and then just to be safe, after it starts format, I'm going to unplug it again because I don't want it to yeah, to freak out. So I'm going to hold this down for 5 seconds here. Oh yeah, I have to push the PS button again to get to connect. Okay, now hold it down for 5 seconds. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to unplug this so it doesn't start to read the controller again. Yeah, so again, it may or may not go to that screen. But yeah, either way. And I haven't technically tried to use this first USB port before either, so if this doesn't work, then we'll just go to this other one. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna pause the video while it's checking. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it is now formatting. So yeah, so there you go. Both USB port works. It's just that apparently this one will ask you to confirm if you want to format, whereas this one just does it automatically. So yeah, I guess put it in this one if you want to have that final confirm. But yeah, so anyway, so now what it's doing is it's actually reading the so it's copying the update data off of this stick. It says it's formatting, and I guess it probably is, but it's also copying the data off of the stick onto the hard drive, because once this formatting process is done, if you turn off the PS3, then you actually don't need this stick anymore. You can just start setting up the system. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to pause the video while it's formatting. And actually, this is pretty fast. So anyway, yeah, it's just right into the hard drive, so I'll just pause the video. All right, so now it says 100%. So now it should go, so now the system's going to restart here, and then it should go into the setup. So yep, so there you go. So yeah, so at this point, yeah, you just put in your like username, Wi-Fi, the time, all that stuff. But yeah, you should be good now. So yeah, I hope that people watch this video, because boy, oh boy, this was so stressful to figure out, and to think it was something so easy as just pulling out the the PS3 controller so it doesn't like try to read it or something. I don't know. By the way, I have to give credit to where it's due. I found this solution on Reddit. Yeah, some user on Reddit found this or posted this. And yeah, I already tried a bunch of other crazy solutions on Reddit that didn't work, but this one was the craziest one, and it actually ended up working. So anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.